Hello there and welcome to another live chapter reading for Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Today I shall be reading from Fee Fi Fo Grow, The Real Magic of the Beans by Lois Wickstrom. Once upon a time, a widow and her daughter Jacqueline lived on a small farm in the countryside. Jacqueline milked their old cow Bessie. She chopped wood and she gathered eggs from their hen. But despite their hard work, the family was poor. They didn't even have enough money to buy seeds to plant their garden. Jacqueline's mother said, "If we sell Bessie, we can buy seeds to plant our garden." Jacqueline loved Bessie, but she knew they needed food from their garden more than they needed milk from Bessie. So she said, "I'll take Bessie to the market tomorrow." Early the next morning, Jacqueline hooked the leash to Bessie's collar. She hadn't gone far when an old man greeted her. "Good morning, Jacqueline." "Good morning to you," said Jacqueline, wondering how this man knew her name. "What are you up to this fine morning?" said the old man. Jacqueline noticed the man was carrying a small sack. "I'm taking my cow Bessie to market," she said. "You don't need to walk that far," said the old man. "I can offer you something much better than money for your cow." He reached into his sack and pulled out 3 of the biggest beans she'd ever seen. "3 beans?" asked Jacqueline. "How is that better than the money I would get at the market? 3 beans won't feed my mother or me for very long." "These are magic beans," said the old man. "They'll sprout overnight and grow high into the sky." "The sky starts just above the ground," said Jacqueline. "Every plant touches the sky." "These plants will grow up to the clouds," said the old man. "I'd rather take Bessie to market," said Jacqueline. "I'll get the best price for her there." "You're a very good girl," said the old man. "Because you are so good, I'll make you a special deal. If you aren't satisfied with these magic beans, you can have your cow back." Jacqueline looked at Bessie, who seemed to like the man. 3 beans didn't look like much, but since the man had said she could have Bessie back if she was disappointed with the beans, she decided to take him up on his offer. She shook the old man's hand. He gave her the huge speckled red beans, and she gave him Bessie's worn leash and kissed Bessie goodbye. When Jacqueline arrived home, her mother said, "That was fast. I hope you got a good price for Bessie." Jacqueline showed her mother the 3 gigantic beans. Tears squeezed from her mother's eyes. "Oh no, didn't I teach you to make better bargains than this?" Jacqueline tried to explain, but her mother just said, "We'll have to think of another way to get food." Jacqueline was angry with herself for upsetting her mother. She threw the beans out of the window and waited for an idea that would save her family. But no ideas came. The next morning when she woke, her room was dark. Big green leaves blocked the sun. The beans had sprouted overnight, just like the old man had said they would. 3 plants intertwined, the vines reaching up to a cloud. Jacqueline leaned out of the window and started climbing up, past pod after pod of gigantic beans. When Jacqueline reached the top, she found a roadway that led to a towering castle with a door that was 20 feet high. She arrived at the castle and saw a huge face looking down at her. The face belonged to a kind-looking woman who only had one eye right in the middle of her forehead. "Welcome," said the woman. "You're just in time for breakfast." "Thank you," said Jacqueline. While the woman's size and single eye were a little scary, Jacqueline was hungry after her long climb up the beanstalk. She decided to join her for breakfast. The kind woman lifted her up to the table and put a plate in front of her that was big as her whole table at home. The slice of toast was as big as Bessie, and the egg was bigger than her hen. Jacqueline ate until she was full. "You barely had a nibble," said the kind giant woman. Tramping sounds came from down the hallway. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the scent of a silly human," booed the voice that echoed through the kitchen. "That's my husband," said the giant woman. "He likes to eat humans on toast. You'd better hide until he takes his nap." Jacqueline shimmied down the leg of the table and jumped into the dog's water dish. She washed off her sweat, then she hid behind the door and thought, "I can't ask this nice woman to make breakfast for me every day. I have to find that old man and get Bessie back." The giant entered the kitchen, holding a basket of enormous golden eggs in one hand and a monster chicken in the other. "Where did that smelly human go?" he demanded. His wife shrugged. "We haven't had a human for breakfast for a long time." The giant put the hen on the table and it laid another huge golden egg. The giant put the egg into the basket. "Now I have enough gold to make a trumpet." "That will sound lovely with my harp," said the giant's wife. If you get your cousin, the bean farmer, to bring his gold flute, we'll make beautiful music together. The giant licked his lips. Unless you'd rather eat him. Now you can go home, the giant's wife whispered to Jacqueline. But first, tell me, does your beanstalk have beans? Big, beautiful beans, said Jacqueline, as an idea started to grow in her mind. Enough beans to plant my whole field. Wonderful, said the giant woman. When your crop comes in, take what you need, and I'll pay you with golden eggs for the extras. Yay, shouted Jacqueline. Her problem was solved. I hope you enjoyed the book and that you'll go check out the rest of it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.